Well, we sure hope you don't have to turn your hope into heartache. Let's ask CBS News legal analyst Jack Ford about that this morning to avoid that, because I'm thinking there's so much money. I really don't want one person to win. I think it's better if it's shared. So I'm in as many office
I'm the
pools
one person, which you'd be delighted to
That
have.
said, I did get one quick pick, but I do think that it's better if it's shared. I really do believe that. So should we have a written contract, do you think?
You know, you don't need one. Yeah. You know, a lot of people think that you can't have a contract or agreement unless it's in writing. One of the jokes used to be, you know, an oral contract isn't worth the paper it's not written on.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
the reality is you can have an oral agreement that's enforceable. So if the four of us said, you know what, let's all throw a couple bucks in the pool here and we'll go out and we'll buy it and we'll split it equally if we win, and we all throw the money in and we do that, that's a deal. That's enforceable. But is it a better idea to have something written down so that you all understand what you're doing? That's always a better idea. You know, put down the names of the people, have everybody sign it. Up at the top says we're all chipping in $2 once a week for the next 5 weeks, and we're going to split it equally depending on how many people we have it. Always a little bit of a better idea.
Photocopy your tickets. We did that earlier in the week.
Yeah.
The crew organized it, and then Larry, I handed Larry my $10,
Yes.
and Larry handed me pages and pages of every single ticket.
Right.
I mean, that's helpful too.
The case we just saw just a few moments ago in Dean's report was the guy said he bought the tickets for everybody, and bought his own.
Yes.
And he said, lo and behold, what a surprise.
Oh,
Mine
it was mine that won.
It wasn't you guys.
Yeah.
It was mine that won. So the answer is, yeah, you know what you're doing? If you're in a pool, is it helpful to do that? Absolutely, because it eliminates any of these money. That kind of money can change relationships real fast.
Really?
So you take a shot of everyone you got, and everybody knows if they're in or if they're not in.
And if you normally are in, let's say you play every week, because we've seen these stories too in the news, and then, oh, you were sick that day, or you didn't. Do you have any claim?
Well, that's a good question.
Do you have any claim?
You might. It depends on the circumstance.
Really?
If you have a deal where you do it once a week, every year, you've been doing it for years, and the plan was always if you're out sick, the pool covers you, and you double your contribution the next week. And that's what they've done forever. And the 1 week that they win, you're not there. Well, you can make an argument that this was our agreement. You know, you guys are going to cover for me as we covered for everybody else. So you can have a pretty good argument that you might be able to get your hands on that share if those were the circumstances.
Does
Again, that's one of the reasons why
lottery ticket?
writing it down is not a bad deal, because you could cover that type of a situation.
Does everybody at the table have their lottery ticket?
I don't have one yet.
I got one for you. Because
You did
Charlie,
not,
you didn't strike
really?
me as a lottery player. And one for you. It's a quick pick. I only ask if you win.
This will be my first.
Yeah, you're welcome. You take everybody out to the
It's a
CBS
moment.
cafeteria.
I think we can do more than that, Gayle, if we win.
I think we could spring for that one.
This could
Gayle.
bring me $500 million.
It could. Your first ticket. You're
500
welcome.
million new friends, Charlie, that you never knew you wanted.